Bobby Pierce had some strong words following his second place performance at Nodak on Sunday with the World of Outlaws. He said he would have won by half a track if he did not have a brake failure. Roll this up over at stockcarreport.com. You can find the link in the description below. And it was an absolutely fantastic race out at Nodak Speedway in North Dakota on Sunday night. Pierce ended up in second after Tim McCready dove to the bottom through 3 and 4 to make it 3 wide at the start-finish line on lap 44 of the 50-lap feature. McCready nosed out both Pierce and Ethan Dotson, who had been throwing sliders at each other the last couple laps. Once McCready got to the lead, he quickly started pulling away from both Pierce and Nick Hoffman, who was also able to get around Dotson. McCready ended up winning the race by half a corner, with Pierce finishing in second and Hoffman rounding out the podium. Following the conclusion of the race, Pierce had to be towed off the track due to a brake failure. In his post-race interview, Pierce told Dirt Vision's Ashton Smythe that caution that came out, I think it was 7 or 8 laps in the first caution. They called caution and Troutman was right behind me, and I think his receiver wasn't working, and he hit me in the left rear when they called caution. My brake line's hanging, so I completely had no brakes for like 40 laps. It's really a miracle I didn't fly off the racetrack. It's a miracle I still ran second. The bad thing is I know we had a really good car. I think I would have won by half a track, to be honest. It was my kind of racetrack. You can't drive these things with no brakes. All in all, I'll take it. We got lucky on the restarts when the cautions fell after. Made lots of mistakes because the restarts were very sketchy with no brakes. There was one point where he got extraordinarily lucky where I think he had faded to like 6th or 7th. He really had kind of really gone up the track, and you could see there was kind of something wrong with the car. Even Ruben was saying he felt he was off the pace. I didn't think he was off the pace. I just think he had slowed, and he clearly had slowed to try to make sure he wasn't going to go run off the track because he was way up high. And he got that caution because they hadn't completed the lap, so he was able to go back to, I think he was in 2nd or 3rd at the time. So, yeah, he definitely got lucky with the caution there. Nevertheless, Bobby went on and said, congrats to T-Mac on the win. He was really good on the bottom. I really would have loved to have a working car to race with him. Would have been a fun race. Once again, congrats to him. This is just awesome coming here to this new racetrack for the Outlaws. It's been so long, I guess. Awesome facility with the grandstands. Thanks to these fans. You were awesome tonight. Hopefully, we're back another time. So I'm sure a lot of people will probably pew here, Bobby Pierce, say that he's whining, but I think it's just a confidence in his car. He had a really, really good car. He thought he was going to be able to run away with it. The fact that he was finishing in second and he was still pretty competitive there for second and for much of the race, I think even when he didn't have the brakes, I think is just how confident he was in his car and his ability to get around the racetrack. So I don't think it's him whining or complaining. I think it's him just extraordinarily confident in his own abilities and his car, and that is dangerous for the rest of these drivers out here. When Bobby Pierce is that confident, you know he's going to be up front. And how many times have we seen him beat the track or beat the field by half a track? So I don't think that he's whining here. I think it's him just extraordinarily confident, and it shows his competitiveness. His level of compete is extraordinarily high. He hates to lose. He does see second place as the first loser, and he didn't like finishing in second there. I mean, because he added this up over here on Facebook as well. He says, second at Nodak Speedway with no brakes. Car was awesome. Feel like we had a winning car, but we'll definitely take second. Have no idea how we held on. Congrats to T-Mac on the win and Nick Hoffman on third. Big thanks for my team for all the hard work. Want to give a shout out to all the fans last night. Huge crowd, awesome track and facility. Hope we can come back next year. So he's saying we'll definitely take second, but he definitely wanted to win that race. And I think you can even see it here. And then obviously in that post-race interview he gave with Ashton Smythe over on Dirt Vision. With his second place finish, it was his best finish in the swing to North Dakota and Minnesota over the weekend. He finished 6th at River City Speedway on Friday and 7th at Norman County on Saturday. He saw his points lead over Nick Hoffman shrink to just 78 points after Hoffman won at both River Cities and Norman County. You can see there is the World of Outlaw point standings. After Nodak, Bobby Pierce has a 78-point lead over Nick Hoffman, 144-point lead over Ryan Gustin, 230-point lead over Drake Troutman, and a 240-point lead over Tim McCready. The World of Outlaws is back in action this upcoming weekend at Deer Creek Speedway for 3 nights beginning on July 3rd, for the Gopher 50. Really looking forward to that. Deer Creek is a gem. The Gopher 50 is fantastic. I think it was a couple years ago where I don't remember who Bobby passed for the win, but he basically stalked him for a couple laps and did this excellent slider. I think whoever it was like slipped up a little bit, and then Bobby took advantage of that, going down the backstretch, slid through 3 and 4, and was able to pull off the win. It was an absolutely fantastic race. So looking forward to another race just like that. Hopefully we will be treated to that for this year's Gopher 50. But let me know what you guys make of what Bobby Pierce had to say here in his post-race interview following his second place finish at Nodak. Let me know in the comments below.